that you're free and you're able to roam around, do the hell you want to do. But when we roam around and just drive up the street, going to the store, getting us something to eat, what happened? The police pull you over. Check out, let me see what's on your license. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, you got a warrant back in 1995. I don't know if y'all were even born then, but I'm just saying, you know? We're not free. We're slaves in this piece, man. But now we're trying to redeem ourselves by coming back to the Father so we can free ourselves from this situation, man. From this situation called Babylon the Great. The most oppressive country on the nation Earth. Excuse me, on the earth. The most oppressive nation on the planet Earth. This race right here is oppression, man. This thing was built off all oppression. You know? When they put our people in slavery here in America, we built this thing up. We didn't want to be here. They brought us here, man. You know what I'm saying? They brought us to this place. You know? Y'all bring out that Deuteronomy 28. Yeah. Bring out.
Chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Because it said, well, in the land of captivity.
In the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
In the land of your captivity shall you remember yourselves. Because the Lord said he knew we was hard-headed. We was stiff-necked. We don't want to hear shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, excuse my French, but we don't want to hear nothing. That's why people quick to walk away. Our people, I'm doing my own thing. Like, we got it going on. We individually want to do our own thing, but the Lord said that's why he put us in a situation. He said, in that land of your captivity shall you remember ye. That's when you're going to start remember who you are, because you're going to say, look, it was my people that went on slave ships. It was my people being oppressed this whole time. Now it's time for us to come back to the Father, and now we come back to our nationality, who we really are. You know? Bring out Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 1.
Book of Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 1. But now, thus saith the Lord, that created thee.
The Lord said, now, said the Lord, who created you? You so-called black folks. The Lord said he created you.
O Jacob.
O Jacob, the Israelites. That's your heritage. That's your name. You forgot that. You know? That's what the Lord said. In the land of your captivity shall you remember thee. Right? You remember, now you remember that you're the Israelites, that you're Jacob. According to the Bible, according to history. Continue.
O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel.
The Lord said, he that formed you, O Israel. That's your nationality. You are the nation of Israel. Check this out, bro. Check this out. This is who we are. It's 12 tribes. And we're one nation, and we're the Israelites. And so-called black folks, we're from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Most likely, you're from the tribe of Judah, brother. Your father was a black man? Your great-grandfather was too? You're from the tribe of Judah. You know?
O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name.
The Lord said, fear not, I have redeemed thee. The Lord said he'll redeem thee. You know what I'm saying? You know what redeem means? To take back. You know? When you go back to the store, you give them back the purchase, they redeem that purchase back. You know what I'm saying? Now the Lord's here to redeem us back. Because guess what? You were sold to your enemies, weren't you? We were sold to our enemies. When we came off those ships, we were sold like auctions. You know, like they have an auction block, right? And we was literally on an auction block. That's where they get it from.
Right.
We was an auction block, man. Right here. You look right here close at the bottom. You see that yellow arrow? It's pointing to the auction block. We was on the auction block here in Birmingham, Montgomery, especially Montgomery. Right. Montgomery, Alabama was a slave trade quarter. That was the one, the headquarters of the South. Mobile too was a slave trade quarter. Because once we came off those ships and off the rivers, they put us on auction blocks. You know? That's what happened. We were sold to the other nations, man. Mainly the so-called white man here in America. Continue, King.
Verse number, thou art mine.
The Lord said, thou art mine. Meaning you Israelites, you so-called black folks, you don't belong to the so-called white man.
Right.
You don't belong to America. You belong to the Most High. The Lord said, thou art mine. Meaning you are his, man.
That's right.
Why do you think you're so good at everything you do, bro?
That's right.
You know? Why do you think we're the best in the planet Earth? You think the Lord chose some feeble people that can't do a damn thing? No, the Lord chose the best. Even though we was the fewest of people. Meaning we didn't have any economic power. We didn't have any military might. But the Lord said, I chose you because I love thee. Right? Bring it up.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6.
For
thou art a holy people.
The Lord said, thou art a holy people, brother. You know what holy means? Separate. something special. You know? You listen, LeBron James is different, man. He's special, man. He's not like Larry Bird. Larry Bird was only good for shooting threes, wasn't he? Now LeBron shoot threes, dunk, play defense, he do it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the Lord said we are special people. Continue.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
The Lord said thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God. Right?
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
The Lord said he hath chosen thee. When somebody choose something, right? Like if you see a bunch of sisters out in the crowd, right? You see that one sister that stand out like, man, I want to get her. You know, out of all these other women, she look good to me. The Lord chose us like that, man. The Lord took us in like that. You know how you finesse a sister and say, hey, you know, you come with me. I'm going to give you everything you want. Everything you need, just do like I tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what the Lord did for us as a people, man.
Have chosen thee to be a special people.
To be a special people.
Unto himself.
Unto himself. Let me ask you a question, brother. Was Michael Jordan special? I mean, this brother was special, wasn't he? This brother's probably the best athlete on the planet Earth. Was Michael Jackson special? Wasn't Mike Tyson special? You know, the Lord said, you are a special people, man, upon the face of the earth. That's just a few brothers. We ain't talking about the other brothers. They made it out to the limelight. You know, we got brothers in the hood. Look, Michael Jackson said he learned all his moves from brothers in the hood. You know, so we are a special people. Continue.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Unto himself.
Above all people.
No, the same as the other people.
Above all people.
The Lord said he made us above all people.
That are upon the face of the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth. That means out of all the other races on the planet Earth, you are above all of them. Ain't that something? Brother, even though we are at the bottom, but in reality, the Lord said we are above all people. Because the Lord chose us, man. When the Lord chooses you, that means you better. You know what I'm saying? The Lord could have chose the Chinese man. He didn't choose China. He chose Israel. You feel me? He chose our lineage, our forefathers. That's who we are. Continue.
Verse 7. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 7.
Yep.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people.
The Lord said, because you was the fewest of all people. You know? The reason why we was the fewest, because we didn't have a nation. Right. We didn't have a land of our own. The Lord he chose us because we didn't have an economic might. We didn't have financial wealth like the other nations.
Right.
Because the Lord can use us and work with us. You know what I'm saying? He can show his glory through his people. That's why he said, I choose you. Not because you were more in number, because you was the fewest of all people.
But because the Lord loves you, and because he will keep the oath which he hath sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, for the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Yeah, we was a small nation. We had just came into Egypt and multiplied, you know, and turned to a big nation. But we were still small in number compared to the other nations. And therefore, the Lord still used us to take down other nations in wars. Read that last verse one more time, King.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
See, the Lord kept the oath that he swore with our forefathers, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't tell the white man, like the white man tell us, hey, you're free. I'm going to give you 40 acres and a mule. He didn't give us a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And he put us out here as free slaves, and we were still worshiping him, man. You know, and when we tried to do our own thing, he blew it down. You know? But the Lord said he chose us because he kept the oath of our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to do that work, man. Continue.
Have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen.
The Lord redeemed you and brought you out of Egypt with a mighty hand, man. Just like he's going to bring us out of here, out of America, with a mighty hand, the same way he brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. You know? By force, you know? By takedown. That's what the Lord going to do here in America. America won't exist anymore, man. This filthy-ass place called America, this place will be cast down to hell when the Lord's done with it, man. You know?
That's right.
That's right. You know, for all the wrong and rape they have done to the so-called black and Hispanic, the real Israelites, according to the Bible, they're going to pay for it, man.
That's right.
They're going to pay for their sins.
Right.
Because America got to pay just like every other nation got to pay, man. You know, you got to pay. And that's what happened. You know, so a lot of times our people don't know this truth, man. We think we just black people walking around here with no damn reason. No, we're the Israelites. We're not slaves. Now, we are slaves here in this place, but we're God's people. And we come back to the Father going to redeem us. He's going to buy us out of this goddamn bondage and put us in our own kingdom.
Precept. Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1.
Bring it out, King.
Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion.
The Lord said, awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, man. You're the Zion, man, that's talking about. The Lord's talking about you. What they call this era right here? They call this era what? The woke era, right? Everybody waking up. Woke. Even the white man know we waking up. Everybody know it. The Chinese man know we waking up. The Arab man.
Right.
The Lord is speaking to you. Because we're the only people that sleep.
Right.
We the only people that don't know who we are. You know? So the Lord telling you to wake up. Because we the only people that go back and forth to work, go back to home, pay bills, go sell drugs, or do what the hell we want to do. Go jerk off in the clubs, or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? We the only people that do that. The Lord said, awake, awake. Because we've been asleep. The most mighty people on the planet Earth, now we've been subject to slaves, man. Now we've been asleep in slumber, man. The Lord said, awake, awake.
Put on thy strength, O Zion.
Put on thy strength, O Zion. Come back to your inheritance, man. Come back to who you truly are. That's your strength. And your strength is keeping the Lord's commandments.
Right.
You know, as you come back to who you are, and you find out that you're the Israelites, now you got to put on the commandments. They go hand in hand, man. You know, so that's your armor. That's your weaponry. The commandments, because now the commandments lead you through this crazy ass life here in America. You keep the commandments, you'll be able to go through society and not have to lust after these women. You go after the society and have to lust after their drugs or do whatever they have to do for money. You know, keep these commandments and put you back on the top. This is why the so-called white man would never teach it in his churches or in his college institutions to keep the Lord's commandments.
Right.
He'll never do it.
Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee uncircumcised and unclean.
So you can't come back into the Most High, into our kingdom, uncircumcised and unclean, right? Meaning you may be circumcised, you know, we don't know. But the thing is, meaning uncircumcised in your mind and your spirit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to come back into the Father no more with your uncircumcised mind, meaning with this this Babylonian attitude. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, we have this Babylonian, you know what I'm saying, mindset. Come on. You know, customs and ways. You know what I'm saying? We won't have this sinful thing on us anymore. It'll be cut off. Come. It'll be cut off. So that's what, you know, that's what circumcision is. When you do circumcision cut off the bad thing, the bad skin, right? And the new skin regrow. So that's what we want to do, brother. We want to get rid of that damn bad skin, the evil ass ways of this place, man. The sin of this place. Continue.
Isaiah chapter 52, verse 2. Shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem.
The Lord said, shake thyself from the dust. Because who's at the bottom, brother? What race of people at the bottom of the planet Earth? Who's the bottom of this society? Who would you say, brother? Black folks, come. Blacks and Hispanics, and mainly the so-called black man, we are at the bottom of the society. You know? We are. That's why the Lord says, shake yourself from the dust. You know? Get up out the bottom and come back to the top. Shake that dust off. All those lies you've been talked about, been talked to you. All that sin you've been under. The Lord says, shake that dust off, man. Shake all of it off. Bring it out, King.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 4. Circumcise yourselves to the Lord and take away the foreskins of your heart.
Woo.
Ye men of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire and burn that none can quench it because of the evil of your doings.
You see that? The Lord says circumcise your mind, man. Circumcise your doing, meaning put away all that bad things, man. All the sinful things that you think about in your mind and you used to act out and do, put away that thing now, man. come back to the Father before he come and judge this place, man.
Right.
And judge us individually. You know, it's time for us to do this thing, man. The white man, let me tell you something, this is the reason why they don't want you saying that J-E-W word now, man. You can't even say it online. You can't even type it in line. Why? Why is it? Because he know who we are.
That's right.
You know? He don't want you to know who you are. So he try to prohibit for it even be taught to you. For you even go against the other people that's calling themselves that. Because black people, we're not calling ourselves Jews. We're not. We call ourselves black, African American, Afro, all type of names now, man. You know? Or we from Egypt? You want no Egyptian? If we was in Egypt right now, we'd be a slave in Egypt. You want to be rude? We'll be a slave in Egypt like we're a slave here in America, man.
Yeah.
You know? We're not free, man. We're not. So now we got to put on that good garment, man. That nice garment, and those are the commandments, man.
Right.
Those are the laws and statutes, commandments the Lord gave our forefathers, that gave us. We were noble people, man. We were noble, we were royalty, and we had morals. We just didn't do anything we wanted to do. Here in America, you can be what you want to be. Ain't that's what the white man say? My freedom.
Be all you can be.
Be all you can be. You know? Because you know what? In the white man, this society, he's free to be a homosexual. He's free to be a killer, a murderer, a thief. You know? He's free to do whatever the hell you want to do. Now you're free to chop off your rod. In our kingdom, you can read about it in our history, you couldn't cut off your rod and talk about you in the kingdom, we killed you, man.
Right.
You know, that's according to the Bible. That was our history. Our forefathers did those things, man. We did those things. If you went out and did the things against the Lord, like I said, those evil acts, the Lord got rid of you through us, through the prophets, through the judges. They got rid of you. So now it's time for our people to come back to the Father, bro. You feel me? The Lord is trying to wake us up in these last evil days. Don't you see it, King? It only makes sense for us to wake up and come back to the Father, man.
That's right.
It only makes sense. We can't keep doing the same shit we've been doing, bro, and thinking we're going to keep riding it out. Think about it. Like many other brothers, they've been murdering one another, selling drugs to one another. What happened? They end up killed or in the jail. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. We got to come back, bro. We got to come back to the Father more than we ever did before. And I'm talking to the other brother too. I know he walking about doing his thing, but see, this word for him as well.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This word for all our people out here, man. It's time for us to come back. No more time for the black man just to do the hell we've been doing. Now it's time for us to get out this nightmare right here. I still got a nightmare. That's
right.
Right.
And America's a big ass nightmare.
That's right.
Come.
Book of Psalms, chapter 1, 26 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream.
You see that? When the Lord turned back the captivity of the Zion, we were like those who dream. Continue.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord had done great things for them.
You see? After the Lord reversed us out of this goddamn nightmare that's here in America, then we're going to laugh. Then we're going to have joy. Then we're going to testify among the earth and say, and the heathen's going to testify too and say, these are those the Lord brought out of this condition, brought out of captivity.
Right, that's right. Verse 3. The Lord hath done great things for us, whereof we are glad.
The Lord hath done great things upon us, and now we're glad.
Verse 4. Turn again our captivity.
Turn again our captivity. The Lord's going to turn again our captivity. Meaning the Lord's going to bring us out of this shithole, this nightmare, man. The Lord's going to bring us out of this damn nightmare here in America. The nightmare on Esau Street, man.
That's right, brother. Turn again our captivity, O Lord, as the streams of the south.
Come.
Right, brother.
You see that? So the Lord, if you come back, bro, and you two brothers keep walking away, you got to come back to the Father, brother, and keep these commandments and put on your beautiful garment so the Lord can wake you out of this goddamn nightmare, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This goddamn misery called America, man.
Right. Verse 5. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy.
Yeah, you see that? We always tearing up, always partying. But the Lord said, those who sow in tears, we're going to reap for joy. You know? We crying it now, but we're going to laugh later, man. We're going to laugh later when the Lord bring our kingdom back to us and he return us from this captivity.
Right.
You know?
Verse 6. He that goeth forth and weeping, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him.
You see that? Man, hey, look, man. We went weeping, man. We weeping right now. It ain't a black family that haven't lost a loved one. They haven't lost someone. That we're weeping right now, man. Look, you got brothers and sisters that's homeless, man. Going through all type of financial issues. We weeping right now. But you so-called black folks, if you come back to your nationality and you come back to the Father, you're not gonna weep no more, man.
Right.
You're gonna reap with laughter and joy. You know? You're not gonna be sowing tears anymore, man. You're gonna have joy in your heart, finally. Not that fake ass joy that your Christian pastor told you to have. Yeah, I'm joyful because I got a job. I'm joyful because the white man gave me a Cadillac. You know? No, man, that's not the joy the Lord is talking about. That's small things that you gotta keep paying for until you die.
Right.
No, the Lord gonna give you a kingdom, man.
Right, that's right.
He'll give you an everlasting kingdom, Israel.
Book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Break it out.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked.
Hey, man, be not deceived. The Lord is not mocked.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Ain't that what's going to happen to the so-called white man? He soweth evil, and he's going to reap evil, man.
That's right.
You know? He's going to reap that thing, so that the role's going to be reversed after the Lord return us from this captivity. You know? He's going to be in bondage. He's going to be in slavery. And we're going to have our kingdom finally.
That's right.
Come. And we're going to have peace on earth. We're going to know what it's like to have peace and joy in our heart. Waking up to the sun and don't have to lift up our hand because our slave's going to do it for us. Our servant.